Stress-Free Path, Embracing God Consciousness for Inner Peace. Okay, this is a book that has been published by Coach Vil Mikomega, and this book is part of his spirituality book series on Amazon. And without further ado, what we're going to be doing now, we're going to go and read a sample of that book. Now, just to let you know, first, what I want you to notice here is that this book is available in both Kindle format and paperback. That means you can order the physical book and have it shipped to your house, or you can just go ahead and order the Kindle format. Personally, that's what I do. I always get the Kindle format first. It's cheaper to get and it's available instantly. So I read that, and based on what I see on the book, if I want to get the paperback, if I want to get the physical book, I'll go ahead and purchase that. But usually I go with the Kindle format, and if I notice that this is something that I want to have in my, let's say, library, in my personal home library, I will go ahead and purchase the physical book. That's my personal process for doing this. And but what I will say, I mean, if there is a book on Amazon that you're interested in reading, always look for that Kindle format and try to get that first, and go over the content, and you can go ahead and buy the physical book, if I mean the physical book, if you really want to do that. Okay, so but in this review we're going to use the Kindle format preview that's available on Amazon. And since this is a book I've already read, I will go ahead and go through the chapter which will give you my personal take on that book. Okay, so now again, the title of the book is The Stress-Free Path, Embracing God Consciousness for Inner Peace. In the introduction of the book, the writer talk about the importance of cultivating spirituality, okay, and using that to address stress, using that for stress management. Okay, so remember that the writer is the same author that wrote the book, um, God and Science, showing which he's trying to show the link between God and science. Okay, so it makes sense for that same author to publish this book where he's trying to show the practicality of spirituality, how you can use spirituality to do something, to help with something in your life. Okay. Uh, that's the logical step to take after he had published his first book talking about um, the link between spirituality and science, right? That's my personal opinion. Okay. So in chapter one of this book, he's trying to show you how to understand stress. Okay, he talk about the science behind stress, the psychology of stress, and the consequence or the effect on stress on your mental, emotional, and physical being. Okay, so he does that. He established that very clearly in the book. So right after that, he in chapter two he went over the mindfulness techniques. Okay, that people can use to help with stress relief. Okay, so he introduced those technique, and he showed basically that those technique are from the realm of spirituality. Okay, that was the whole idea for writing this chapter on the book. Okay, and then he goes into showing how you can cultivate those, you know to apply them in a way that help you manage your stress. um, and then he go into the in chapter four. In chapter four, he goes into how to integrate that into your life, into your daily life. Okay, to help you with managing your stress. Okay, and in that chapter, he go deep into knowing your personal stress profile. Okay, most people live life and they don't know their personal stress profile. They don't know their triggers, and that's important. And he really stressed that in his book. And he also talk about establishing your stress management portfolio. This is something that really I've learned to do for myself. And he also talk about bioenergy meditation techniques. Okay, and then chapter 5, he goes into how to overcome obstacles that could, you know, block your way for achieving that stress-free living that you're trying to achieve through, the practice of spirituality. Okay, in chapter 6, he talks about empowering, the practice that can help you really, that can empower you to establish that long-term stress management technique. And one part of this chapter that really got to me was the three law. Okay, when he talks about the three universal laws. The first one is the law of self acceptance. The second one is the law of self responsibility, and then the third is the law of respect for free will. I must say that, let's say, if you don't remember anything else about this book, definitely focus on learning those three laws and focus on trying to live your life daily, applying those three laws in your daily living. Okay. If you don't remember anything else, remember those three laws. Okay. But you'll have to get the book to understand how to apply those three laws in your daily living. Okay. And chapter 7, he goes on to explain the process of bioenergy healing. Okay. And he talk about the 7 bioenergy centers that are in your body. So just to let you know, just to make that clear, when he's talking about bioenergy center, this is kind of a Western terminology to talk about the 7 chakras. Okay, so I just wanted to make that clear so you understand what you're getting into when he's talking about bioenergy healing. Okay, and then in the conclusion, he talk about the relationship between stress and energy. Okay, and from there, he tried to establish his point to show you why spirituality can help you manage your stress life on a daily basis. Okay. So that's it for now, guys. That's the full book review about the stress free path. And the only thing, though, about the title, it's a really, I'll say, engaging title, because when you say the stress free path, my question is, can you really live stress free? But hey, he goes into that in the book, so you have to get the book to see really how he's developing his ideas. Thank you for watching. Hopefully, you get the book, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you and have a good day. Bye bye now.